that we have. The dream is like an awareness from a very special place in us. I call it the dreamer, that grows up with us, that tells us so much more about what is going on, especially those perceptions that we miss during the day in our ordinary consciousness. We have a dialogue with someone, and primarily we listen to the words. But at the same time, the meaning of the dialogue is greatly affected by the body language, by the tone of the voice, by even changes in facial color. The dream uses as its source material what is missed, what can't be processed in language, what evades full meaning with our ordinary consciousness. And since most dreams are echoes of something that went on during the day, when we put together both versions, our understanding that happened consciously and our understanding that's expressed and is expressed about unconscious material, we're likely to get a more balanced view, a fuller view about what really is going on. Firstly, the dream itself is an expression, you might say, of our personal mythology. Like myths, they seem false and maybe strange on the outside, but they're true inside. And the dream clearly reveals important truths about ourselves.
What kind of truths?
A 2-year-old can only see mommy one way at a time. But in the dream, you know, she's either good mommy or bad mommy when she's angry with us. But in the dream, we could dream about the good bear and the bad wolf and etc. And kids, in fact, dream almost exclusively of animals, and very, very difficult for them to dream about people, which of course happens as we grow older. So we seem to be born with the possibility of having this part in us. It's interesting that while we're still in the womb, at 30 weeks of age, our state is 100% dreaming sleep. What's most helpful is to record the dreams and record something about the prior day. We can't always find what it's referring to, but it tends to be a help. And the kind of questioning that I've learned to employ is a different sort of association than was used in classical analysis. The idea is to keep the person with the dream, to keep the mind constellated by the dream material. So we play with it. There are ways, certain questions about the dream characters, about all the elements in the dream. And there's a kind of give and take whose purpose is to reveal as much as we can about the dream. Not so much to have this definitive interpretation, but to open up the material from different levels in ourselves. In fact, the real answer to the meaning of a given dream is usually revealed in future dreams. So that we tend to look at dreams as a series, not one out of context. One gradually learns. There's always the difficulty of being very close to the material, which is kind of ahead of us. So it's helpful to have a guide, but to a large extent we can begin to take on that function for ourselves. And that's most clearly revealed if we had, say, 2 months of dreams to look at, and we looked at them in sequence. We would see a line that runs through the dream that would kind of pop out at us, so, as though we would discover what's been going on with ourselves. I'm most impressed that we have this place in us, this dreamer, a kind of personal angel that provides again and again a possibility for understanding and bringing together both conscious and unconscious elements in the effort to help us lead more balanced and productive and loving lives.